So, hi guys, it's been a little while since I've been on, but I have been rather busy of late. Well, you probably noticed the last video I put up about me talking about my great granddad. Well, um, that's been going on for about 18 months. So, Stockton Roman Town got in touch with me, not last July, but the July before that, out of the blue, and said we're doing this thing about the Edwardian excavations, and of course my great-grandfather took part in that. So they wanted to speak to people who could name people who were there, and living relatives, of course, I'm one. And it was a couple of years ago, I think just before the lockdown, or maybe even during, we were all asked which direction or which new things you would do on your channel. Well, this has been something that I've really enjoyed doing, and it's history related, and it's quite a personal thing as well, but I love sharing it with people if you're interested. I know quite a lot of people have watched it. So I've been busy doing that as well. I have been painting as well. Just haven't had the time to make the videos. So I just thought I'd do this one as an update, just to show you I'm still alive, which I am. And a couple of weeks ago, I went back to my hometown, Corbridge, with my mum and dad to look at the exhibition that they've done there of the Edwardian excavations, and got a guided tour, and I had a good chat with the curator there who's sort of moved this project on. I've been putting up all the press reports, because we got in about 14 or 15 newspapers, including the Australian Guardian, so it's quite a big thing. And as a historian myself, of course, I'm loving every minute of it. More information has come out which I've added to my family history. So as I say, a couple of weeks ago I went back home, and we went round there with my mum and dad, and we stood in the same spot where my great-granddad had been, and the same spot where I'd stood with my son. And then we had a little tour of Corbridge and went round the 3 houses where my great-granddad lived, and made little videos of that. Made a video while we were at Stockton as well, of us walking round and looking at the various things there. Then we went to the cemetery to try and find where my great-granddad had been buried, and we did in the end. So we now know exactly where he was buried, and we found my grandma's grave there as well, because I haven't been back there since to the cemetery since about 95, when we buried me grandma. So that was a poignant but nice thing to find again. So this is all on the video as well. I'm in the process of editing that at the moment to make it a proper, I wouldn't say documentary, maybe that's too fancy word for it, but it's a record of my great-granddad and his relationship to the rest of us, and the sort of quest, you could say, to actually find where he's buried, because I've been trying to do this for quite a few weeks now. I did get in touch with the cemetery authorities about a month ago, and I said, can you find the grave of Robert Henry Guy, died in 1942? And they came back with an hour and said, here's Robert Henry Guy, died in 1942. And it was Robert Guy, but it was the wrong Robert Guy. It was his cousin, who inconveniently just happened to die in October in 1942, just like him. So that was interesting, but frustrating at the same time. So of course, it was another reason for going up there, to actually try and track down the grave site. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing soldiers, but as I say, I haven't done any videos of them, because I've been rather immersed in this particular project, really. Talking to people. I was interviewed by the BBC, I was interviewed by English Heritage. They're going to be doing what they're calling a a heritage trail around Corbridge, where you walk past a house of somebody who lived there that they know about. You scan your phone in front of this QR code, which has got a little plaque outside it as well. You scan that, and then you get an audio recording of me talking about my great-granddad and when he lived there. and also where his friend lived as well. So I've done 3 recordings for that. I've got a half an hour long WAV file of the whole interview I did with English Heritage as well, and I'm just trying to figure out where I can put it on the internet, where you can host audio files for free rather than going through passwords and stuff. I mean, I could do it on what's the word, Dropbox or something like that, and then if I could grant access to people if I get their email address. So if you're interested in that, feel free to just let me know. So yeah, as I say, if you're interested in hearing that, just let me know and send me a message, and I'll mail it to you or give you a link to where it's actually been. So I was just going to add a couple of clips here of us going around the cemetery, just to give you a taster of what we were up to. So I shall do that, and take care guys, and see you soon. There's going to be a QR code outside the door. So he was definitely here in 1921. And of course my mother has grabbed someone straight away. I pray for him. She's looking for the grave now.